The spring snowstorm hitting the Hawkeye State is a little unusual.
Even with Iowa's sometimes unpredictable weather, but this one is a storm for the record books. Look at some of these snowfall totals and just how much they vary. Snow mostly fell through the middle of the state, with the heaviest totals to the north. Britt and Algona each received more than 10 inches. But even places in eastern Iowa like Charles City, Parkersburg, and Cedar Falls saw fresh snow, which caused mayhem for many on this, the second day of May.
I figured it'd be flurries and maybe a dusting on the ground, but nothing like this.
Spring is supposed to be a time for new beginnings. But today, Iowans have been talking about the past.
Last Saturday and Sunday, they came in here in their shorts and their T-shirts, and it was 80 degrees.
We were sitting out in the backyard grilling earlier this week, and now we have to deal with this. I had to take my wife to work this morning.
Early in the day, snow and sleet caused some drivers to slip off the highways.
It's a heavy, wet snow, and it's harder to get traction. It's easier to slide on a heavy, wet snow.
As the snow piled up in some areas, school districts such as Applington-Parkersburg called it a day.
It's unreal, really. Huh? Cancel schools in May, you'd never heard of.
By mid-afternoon, the roads were much improved, even if the weather wasn't.
We expect Santa Claus to come walking down the street today.
Many parts of north central Iowa saw more than 10 inches of snow, breaking May records that have stood for nearly 70 years.
We're in an unprecedented weather situation.
The snow and spring chill threatened this Mother's Day supply of blooms. So inside they came, next to the cheese near the deli. Sure, in some places, the snow didn't ruin springtime plans. But in other places, it did. And what's more, this weather isn't over yet.
Now, for more perspective, let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Joe Winters with our first forecast.
No, it's still snowing right now in portions of eastern and central Iowa, and we'll show you radar coming up. But we do want to take a look at the last time that eastern Iowa saw some snowfall totals greater than a trace during the month of May, and for some spots it's been a while. Cedar Rapids, we still have not had any snow out of the storm system. The last time we've had measurable snow in May was back in 1997. Dubuque back in 1966 picked up 3 inches of snow on May 11th. Iowa City, you have to head back to 1944, the last time we had measurable snow there. And Waterloo, we have had measurable snow this time, so this record will change. May 11th, 1966, so it's been a while, but today we did see almost an inch of snow in most of Black Hawk County. And there's more out there. Take a look at pinpoint Doppler radar. You see again Decorah all the way back across south central portions of the state, continuing to move off toward the northeast. It's very slow moving to the east. Notice more moisture, though, wrapping into the storm system. Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Dubuque, probably not going to see much at all. Maybe a trace, maybe an inch in some grassy areas. Still could pick up a couple of inches in the grassy areas from Decorah back to Waterloo and over toward Des Moines. Because of that, we do have pinpoint futurecast showing you the moisture moving in. Now, the good news is if you're not a fan of the snow in May, it's going to transition to a rain event. Look at that. By noon, all rain on Friday, and then it stays as rain in which we head into the day on Saturday. Winter weather advisory is in effect. Winneshiek, Fayette County, you are also included in that advisory. All the counties highlighted in purple. Slick roads overnight and into the morning hours is what we'll have to watch. We heard about that heavy wet snow causing some slippery travel. That could again happen in the morning hours. By noon, that's when we transition to rain. We stay right around 34 degrees during the overnight lows and only get up to a high of about 45 later tomorrow. That rain does stay in the forecast for the weekend, but no snow. We'll detail all that coming up.
And thank you, Joe. From Cedar Falls, where magnolias were lightly dusted with flakes, to Algona, where nearly 8 inches of snow piled up over the past 2 days. Thank you for these pictures, and keep them coming. Upload them and view them at unews@kcrg.com.